Definitely one of my favorite records back in the spring and summer of 1984. Slade! Yes, Slade! Runaway at number 17, up from number 18 on my fantasy playlist, June 4th, 1984. This was a long, long time coming for Slade to have their first American hit. Slade, when I go back on Slade, it's to the fall of 1972 when I first heard Mama, We're All Crazy Now. 12:30 WTBC played it at night. It was hard. Noddy Holder, the lead singer, had that raw, gutsy vocals, yet melodic. The song was incredibly melodic, even though it was hard as hell. And man, it was a blast. It was a blast of joy. Spaceship right out of Earth, man. I mean, it was almost transcendent in its own way. Mama, we're all crazy now. F homework. Let's jam out to this record. It was not a hit here in the States. I can't explain it. I only got as high as number 98 or 99. Britain, it went to number 1. Their first big hit in England came in 1971, 'Cause I Love You. It was more of a 60s sounding record with the harmonics and everything. It was not just a little glimmer, just a tiny glimmer of some of the harder sounds they would do later on. And that song did not impact America at all. The group, Slade, by 1969, they were skinheads, but they grew their hair out, became part of the glam movement in England, the glam rock and roll in England, along with David Bowie and T-Rex. Slade, boy, they played it hard and heavy. They were a good time, baby, I'm telling you. Slade. Chess, I believe it's how you pronounce his first name. They were managed. You got to remember this name. Just from anything you do today, remember this name. Chas Chandler. Chas Chandler, the original bass player of the Animals, later went into managing. He managed Jimi Hendrix. He brought Jimi Hendrix to England, stirring up some momentum for Hendrix. And later, Chas Chandler managed and produced Slade. He wanted to bring Slade to America, make him big in America. It just didn't happen. Mama, We're All Crazy Now, number 1 in England. Goodbye to Jane, number 2 in Britain. It was held out the number 1 spot in England by My Ding-a-Ling by Chuck Berry. And then there was let's see, what was the song they did? Come On, Feel the Noise. Number 1, number 2, number 3 in England. Only got as high as, I think, something like 98 here in the States. I still am bewildered why the Slade did not make it here in the States. Even on the classic rock stations, you very seldom hear a Slade record. Maybe because maybe they had sort of a campy sound, not rock and roll innovators like, say, Led Zeppelin. But boy, they were hard, they were fast, they were melodic. So now we come to 1984. Slade had a break in 1983. Quiet Riot, reluctantly, at the behest of their producer, Quiet Riot reluctantly recorded Slade's Come On, Feel the Noise, and made that song into a massive hit in America in 1983. And some of the Americans, or some of the people here in the States, they discovered that the original version by Slade stirred up some interest in Slade, which led to a record deal with CBS Records. And to make a long story short, they teamed up with a producer named John Punter. John Punter, who produced The Politics of Dancing by Reflex. He worked with Sad Cafe, Roxy Music, worked on an album with Brian Ferry back in the 70s. John Punter produced the album. I forgot the name of the album. Deadgummit, I forgot the name of the album that came out in 1984. I wrote it down. It's in my notes here somewhere. This record, Runaway, had the blazing electric fiddle, a classic rock and roll Scottish jig, electric violin, a brazen electric violin, and the drums that are so hard that could probably pound a hole into the fabric of space-time, making a rock and roll wormhole. Just go down that wormhole and you're in the universe of some great rock and roll records. Now I'm getting a little silly. All right. Runaway by Slade. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to add to this. Noddy Holder, lead singer, and Jim Leah, the bass player, wrote this record. They wrote a lot of those Slade hits back in the 70s. I'm telling you, if you like it hard and fast and never heard of Slade, 70s Slade, check out Mama We're All Crazy. Mama We're All Crazy Now. And I remember hearing Come On Feel the Noise by Slade once, here in the States, once, a rockin' radio station in Florida. And I was like, God, this blows me away. Slade, Runaway. They had 2 hits here in America. My Oh My, I believe, was the other one. It was a slow record. Couldn't get into that one. But Runaway, those guitar stabs, along with the electric violin, went to number 20 here in the States. Went to number 7, I believe, in England. Top 10 in England. And it's on its way to top 10 on my fantasy playlist at number 17. Runaway by Slade on my fantasy playlist June 4th, 1984.